So, we left off with Sherlock in a very, very dark place. When we come back, how is he doing?
Well, I don't want to give too much away because I want people to tune in and see how he's doing. But, he's definitely got some challenges ahead of him. But, I think that's super relatable for people, hopefully. You know what I mean? That's what we're trying to...
And after all they've gone through, and obviously, Joan knew his history, but what's it like for her to have seen him go to this place? And has she been at all, able to bring him out of it?
I think she's not going to be able to sort of bring him out of it. I think she can encourage him. I think for sure this episode, after the season finale, is establishing her not as a sober companion, but more of a friend and a partner. And I think that Rob also was very clear about that. He wanted to make sure that people knew that she wasn't going to go back into that position. So their partnership is still going to be very much focused on their work, but also the friendship dynamic is going to be much more secure and much more evaluated as we go.
After being a sort of a emperor in Star Wars-like presence, spoken of but not seen for a while, we're getting your father this year. After all that, what can you say about having him on screen? And certainly Sherlock doesn't seem to be very fond of him, so how's he dealing with that?
Yeah, he doesn't deal with it particularly well, but I think that, that hopefully provides some, some drama and some friction and some, some funny moments as well. He's really, a thorn in Sherlock's side, and I really try and bring that to the forefront as much as I can. He's I developed him in the way I look at him in my own head is such a nemesis that I kind of try and keep it like that as much as possible.
Right.
And that hopefully will provide for some good moments.
What's interesting, of course, is you've got someone like that, especially with family, there can be the perception of the person in the thing, but then there can be other people's perceptions. So Watson's now meeting him. Does she have a different point of view than Sherlock does of what this guy's like?
I think she's going to learn for herself who he is and what he is and how he has influenced Sherlock or not influenced Sherlock. I mean, she's going to find out what the truth is. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's something that is going to be a nice way for the audience to get to know him from a different angle. And that's what her position is, to sort of find things. I don't know that she goes in neutral all the time, but she's curious. And I think curiosity is always a good way to investigate and allow the audience in to take a sneak peek themselves.
And we don't, we might get halfway through the season as well, and he might go like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And it might be Natalie Dormer.
Right. And then, of course, John Noble playing your father. What's it like to bounce off him?
Great. I mean, John's, is a super nice guy, so it's been really wonderful. He comes in and out. It's tricky as well because the way the character's sort of threaded through our season at the moment, and so it's always nice to have new people to play with. I guess you can say that, right? That's as actors and stuff.
You guys have admirably sort of stuck to your early guns and not made this a romance. Have you enjoyed developing this relationship? They have it very close, but not having it be what people might have expected when the show began?
Absolutely. I think it's always good to stick to your guns and also develop things and introduce people to a different way of seeing a man and a woman on screen as partners. And also developing them emotionally, because you don't not give them that. So they always have that, and I think that's a sense of comfort. But that's what Rob wants, and that's what we are definitely pushing for as well. We're supporting him, yeah.
Lastly, I just have to throw in one question. Train Spotting, we keep hearing a lot. Does it look like it's going to finally happen next year, the sequel?
Yeah, I think Danny's talked about it, right? Trying to make it work. At this point, there's other people trying to make that happen, so we shall see.
Right. Are you excited by the prospect, though, of getting together after all this time?
Yeah, of course. But, it would be, yeah.